Hello, hello. Welcome. My name is Keith. Some people call me Uncle Keith, mostly my niece, but if you feel comfortable, that's fine too. And today I want to talk to you about how you can speak like a how you can speak a foreign language like a native speaker. And in my personal experience, one day I was watching YouTube and I saw a Spanish teacher in a classroom with a bunch of kids, and she was reading a story. And I kind of understood it, and I thought to myself, it would be perfect if I could just get into that classroom. If I could just be a fly on the wall, how much Spanish would I learn? I've been studying Spanish for a long time. Back in college, I took classes, drinking, partying, translating on Google. I learned a little bit. In class, flirting with the girls, I learned a little bit too. But this time I was serious. I wanted to get fluent for real. So, I always wanted to go to South America, but my mom was always so afraid. And hopefully I get an opportunity to go soon. But when I saw that video, I figured, hey, I can get Spanish on my level, and I decided I wanted to work with kids. So I learned, in my experience, I worked as a teacher teaching English. So I just go straight to the school, and apply. That helped me in the past. So I remember going to some of the Spanish immersion preschools, but I'm sure I was not what they were expecting to see at the door. I would buzz on the door, and a lady would ask, "Can I help you?" And I tell her, "Hello, my name is Keith, and I'd like to speak to you about the preschool job." And she'd be like, "Excuse me?" They would be so surprised. I'm sure they were expecting, a Latina lady, but definitely they were surprised to see me. So I applied online as well. I don't even remember how many places I applied to, and I was getting tired, and I was almost about to give up, quit on the idea. But then I got a call from this guy. He was real cool. He told me that they were looking for teachers, especially black male teachers. And to me, it was like the ceiling just opened up and music from heaven started playing. I was so happy. So I went for an interview, and it was a small operation. It was a black lady and the guy from the phone call. It was her business partner. It was cool. The job was to drive to the local schools in the area and to teach the kids Spanish for about 30 minutes to an hour. And, if you're out there, Miss Carol, I appreciate it so much. I know she liked me, but I don't think I was really ready for that. Really ready to work with the kids at that time. They weren't bad or anything, but they grew up in a tougher lifestyle than I did. You just couldn't talk to them regular. You have to add a little flair, a little flavor. Show them who's the boss. But me, I was a little bit timid. And I'm not gonna lie. My family's African, but I grew up on the vanilla side of town. Some of my African friends and family and relatives, they call me American man. And it kind of used to bother me because basically they're calling me gringo in Liberian speech. Obviously, I felt offended. But at that job, it showed. But anyways, I liked the opportunity to teach the kids Spanish. They were learning, but sometimes it was difficult to get them to listen to me. But one time, though, I just had enough. I couldn't take it anymore. I remember there was this sweet little girl, 3 years old, Sella. She was so small. She had a cute smile. And I told her, "Sit. Hey, we're going to make a triangulo." But I saw her face, and then she just smiled, got up, and walked away, looking at me the whole time like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And you know what? I'm embarrassed to say, but I quit. I quit that day. I asked myself, I'm like, am I going to do this job if this little girl is just going to walk all over me? And so I did what any self-respecting man that got disrespected by a 3-year-old would do. And I sent a long email. I thanked Miss Carol for the wonderful opportunity, for all her help. But I told her that, I don't think that I was the right fit for the position. But you know what? Miss Carol, she didn't let me quit. She asked me to come out again and to try it out at another place with her. And I did. And I worked with Miss Carol and those kids until things slowed down for the holidays. And I needed to keep working so I could make money, so I could eat. And so I started to apply to other places. One day I received an email from a wonderful place, Little Linguist. I saw their website. They looked very professional. So I went out for an interview. And at the interview, I was kind of nervous because I had to speak Spanish, in front of the owner and the director. They're both, Latin women, both Latinas. I didn't know if I was going to get the job or not. But then I saw a picture of their daughters, and their daughters looked black. And I was like, I got this job. So anyways, it was exactly what I wanted. Everyone was speaking Spanish, but I could barely understand what they were saying, what the teachers were saying, at least. And I was in charge of clean up. I had to wipe down the tables, sweep the floors. And I remember on my first day, I really wanted to make a good impression. So I wiped down the table like 3 or 4 times, all the chairs, just to make sure everything is perfect. But apparently I was moving too slow, right? So the next thing you know, all the teachers, all the girls are telling me, they're basically telling me that I was so slow. And someone new would walk into the room and ask me, Mr. Keith, is there anything that you can do fast? I was like, I don't know. I told you I know how to make friends quickly, right? But I had to collect the bed sheets, take even the ones with pee, urine. I had to take them to the laundry room, wash them, dry them, spray down the mats, put them up, put away the toys, get lunch, take out the trash, often full of stinky diapers. As soon as I take one step into the hallway towards the dumpsters, all of my maestros will be like, Mr. Keith, please, por favor, Mr. Keith. Everybody would hand me all the trash full of stinky diapers, trash, things to recycle. Yeah, it was fun. I was there, when COVID hit. That was crazy. Right before the pandemic happened, I actually, I gone to a party, an international party with a friend. And I remember I was dancing there with this girl, and I was holding her hands. And, the next day, boom, I was like sick. I was the sickest I ever been in my entire life. It was very bad. So sick. I went to the doctor. I remember they said they didn't know what it was. They gave me some medicine, and they told me to wear this mask. And I was like, when I left there, I was like, what the hell do I look like wearing a mask? So I took it off. And, a couple of days later, I went back to work, and the directors, the other managers were at the office talking, and they looked at me, and then they stopped talking like they had just seen a ghost. And apparently they had known what was going on. They had another employee that was out of the country that also had problems with the issue. So they already kind of were aware of what was going on. And of course, later, everybody was wearing their mask. I'm like, I was already healthy, ready, recovered. And then I always ask, like, where's my mask? Where's my mask? I need my mask. Wearing like 2 masks, and I was perfectly fine. But, it was a crazy time to work at a preschool. Parents would drop off their children. So I'd run and go get my protective glasses. I'll shoot a laser thermometer at the baby's head, then pick them up, as far away from my body as I could, and then toss them to the next teacher. It was it was wild. Anyways, I enjoyed working there, chasing around the children, you know, telling them to sit down, siéntate, siéntate, pisos en la pies en la piso. And, you know, working there helped me, you know, to get better, to speak like a native speaker. So it's my recommendation to you, you know, to work with kids. And so if anybody tells me I sound like a grandmother, you know, ay, pobrecita, no hay que llorar. Just know that I had to go through a lot of poop to get there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, please subscribe, and I will see you the next time. Take care.